Hello guys and welcome on Zephyr Art of Kinesis channel. This video starts my new small series where I will talk about the most controversial psychokinesis topics as a practitioner myself. I dedicate this video for all the psychokinesis fans and also for all the skeptics. Today we will talk about the most popular telekinesis exercise and at the same time the most hated one. What am I talking about?
A brain to adapt better to this kind of situation. It has to have, of course, some kind of trigger for it to happen. So
I will tell you literally everything what I know about this topic, and in my opinion, the truth behind this innocent exercise may surprise many of you. So make sure you watch till the end. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so let's have a look at this video one more time.
with our hands, right? But with telekinesis, we don't force it and move by itself, but by itself it means.
As we can see, the girl on the video is trying to push the small piece of foil using her telekinetics powers. If you saw this kind of video before, surely your reaction was like, wow, that person discovered wind. Let's clarify one thing. For everybody who is saying that she is creating a wind with her hand, I agree with you. Like, we cannot find against it, okay? We are moving our body, we are moving our hands. It's obvious that we are creating a wind. Always. At least a little bit, but still something, right? But doesn't mean that it's not real telekinesis, and we can basically done this topic right now. Here comes the explanation. Alright, the truth is that this small exercise is actually the part of one big telekinesis method, alright? In psychokinesis, in telekinesis, we have many different methods. And one of the most popular is something that we in our community call magnetism. It's a method where we use our hands and the aura around our hands to move physical objects. It's not about mind power, it's not about intention, it's just the type of energy manipulation. In this magnetism method, we can distinguish two different styles. At least I distinguish two different styles. The style number one is when we treat our aura like a bubble, okay? And the secret is, the only thing we have to do is to put our hand very gently next to the object, and in the moment when our bubble touch the physical object, we are able to push it, okay? And in the moment when the physical object is inside of our bubble, we are connected and we can simply pull this object. We can literally attract it to our hand. Here I want to show you my video how I use this first method to push two plastic straws. The second style, on the other hand, is something completely opposite. Instead of waiting patiently till the object to move, we are literally forcing it to move with our hand. To help other people imagine how that works, I always like to say that our aura behaves like a kind of fishing line, because when we are doing the hand movement, of course we are creating a little bit of wind, but we are also expanding our aura till it touches the object. And once it touches the object, we are connected and we can do whatever we want. For example, push it, pull it. So that's basically how it looks like. If you are still with me, thank you so much. Now it's time for my favorite part of this video, the problem number 1. Let me tell you one secret. Why people hate this exercise so much. 99.9 telekinesis practitioners don't know how to pull the object. They are only pushing it all the freaking time. That's why it's super easy to say that, oh, it's just a wind, and then just stop talking about it. But the truth is, you can also attract the object using the same method. You just have to know how to do it. And I'm not talking about this kind of stuff, okay? Because here my hand is literally behind the object. Many people do this, but I mean, come on, that's cheating. Of course, I don't want to blame anybody, because the truth is it's super difficult to find any knowledge on the internet about telekinesis, something that could potentially help us. So yeah, that's kind of normal. Even me, I discovered how to attract the object completely alone, and it happened by accident. That's why I know how to do it. Now I want to show you one of my favorite videos that I recorded about 1 year ago. On this video I pull the aluminum foil from the very famous chocolate brand Kinder Egg using this method. To avoid any doubts, I put my left hand on my chest, I covered my mouth. You can see that there is no one on the other side of the table. So yeah, that's how this video looks like. Do I create a wind? Of course I do, but it doesn't matter. My energy is much stronger than the wind. That's why I attract this object anyway. On some other videos you can even clearly see that at the beginning the object moves a little bit forward, because that's a side effect of the wind, but after that it goes backward very rapidly. That's how we can recognize that it's us, that it's our energy. Of course, if someone says that the aluminum foil is not enough because it's super light, even though I think this video looks really great, I did the same with other objects. For example, a pen. Alright, Zephyr, but you are talking about this pushing objects, pulling objects, but how do you know what to do to push something or pull something? Well, actually, it's very simple. I will reveal the next secret. On our entire body, we have so many points of energy, alright? Some people call it chakras, or they have even another names. It doesn't matter right now. But every single point of energy does something a little bit different. And for example, if we focus on this point right here on the top of our fingers, we can push the object quite easily. But if we focus on this part of our hand right in the middle, we will pull the object. I still remember that I was in shock when I pulled my first object by accident. I literally focused on this part of the hand and I attracted towards me. It was incredible. At this point, it does not matter if we are creating a wind with our hands or not, because if we are advanced enough, we can control every single movement. We know how to push, we know how to pull, and we just know that it's us. It's not a coincidence. And finally, the problem number 2. The problem number two is that people don't want to train with bigger objects. And that's something that even frustrates me as a telekinesis practitioner, because I see that some people practice only with thin aluminum foil for years and they are not progressing at all. I don't really know why they do this. Maybe they just feel comfortable with aluminum foil and for them that's enough. But the truth is that this method has much more potential that you can even imagine. It's really simple. The only thing you have to do is to do thousands and thousands of hand movement and you're just getting stronger, okay? I know that at the beginning it can look ridiculous. Like you're moving our hands all the freaking time. You even have some pain, muscle pain, because you're moving your physical body. But after time, you notice that you're able to move some objects with ease. And for example, a few months ago, I recorded one video on my channel when I started train with a battery, with normal battery. And at the beginning, it didn't want to move at all. But after some weeks, everything changed. Look at my video. It's completely fine if at the beginning the object that you chose doesn't want to move. The only thing that is important is that when you do your hand movement, your aura is touching the object every single time. That's why you're getting stronger. The main point of this exercise is to expand your aura and make your field strong enough to pull or push the object without bigger problem, even without wave your hand. Just look at this guy. Or for example, that one. Alright, but what about pushing? What can we achieve if we will keep training the force push method? I want to show you a video of one of the first guys that started making videos on YouTube about this method. Look what he can do after some years of training.
This is a Ryan Little production.
As you can see, this guy's chi blast is strong enough to even push the door. Also, it's strong enough that the electricity reacts to him every time he's moving his hand. So even though this method is better for smaller objects and we will spend more time with some smaller objects, you can get to really high level that will probably satisfy you. Now it's time for the summary. The exercise that we were talking about in this video actually makes a lot of sense, and you can feel free to practice it as much as you want. I can promise you that you can have really cool results if you stick with it. Many people started hating this exercise just because they don't really understand how it works and why telekinetic people train it. It's completely fine. I also had to discover almost everything by myself, and I'm still learning. That's a process that, I guess, never ends. I guess that's it for today's video. I don't know if it helped someone or it changed someone's mind. I don't know this, but the only thing I wanted to achieve was to show you my perspective, how I see not only this exercise, but this ability. I hope to see you in my next video, and for now, thank you so much again, and see you soon.